How did nationalism play out in the Korean War? How did nationalism play out in the Korean War? This question opens a window into a complex conflict shaped by deep ideological divides. The Korean War was not just a military engagement, it was a clash of two distinct nationalist visions. On one side, North Korea sought to unify the Korean peninsula under a communist government. This desire was fueled by a strong sense of nationalism, aiming to free Korea from foreign influence, particularly from the United States and its allies. North Korea, led by Kim Il-sung, viewed the unification of Korea as a necessary step following the end of Japanese colonial rule. The belief was that this liberation should lead to a socialist transformation. The North Korean leadership saw itself as the rightful heir to this nationalist cause, aligning with the broader communist bloc. The support from the Soviet Union and later China was not just ideological, it was also strategic. Leaders like Joseph Stalin and Mao Zedong recognized the Korean peninsula as a critical front in the global struggle against capitalist imperialism. For China, involvement in the Korean War was also about protecting its own national interests. Mao Zedong was particularly concerned about the presence of American military forces near China's border. This intervention was framed as a nationalist act, defending the communist revolution and ensuring regional security. On the other side, South Korea, under the leadership of Syngman Rhee, represented a different nationalist vision. Supported by the United States, South Korea aimed to establish a capitalist and pro-Western order on the peninsula. The South Korean regime argued that North Korea's actions were aggressive, framing the conflict as a response to provocations from the North. This narrative positioned South Korea as a defender of freedom against communist expansion. The Korean War, therefore, became a battleground for these opposing nationalist movements. From the communist perspective, the war was a defensive struggle against what they viewed as imperialist-backed aggression. The North Korean leadership emphasized the need to reclaim Korean sovereignty and achieve unity through a socialist revolution. As the war unfolded, it became clear that nationalism was intertwined with the broader context of the Cold War. The conflict was not just about Korea. It was a reflection of global tensions between communism and capitalism. The division of Korea at the end of the war was seen as a setback for the nationalist communist cause. However, it also demonstrated the resilience of the socialist movement in the face of foreign opposition. In summary, nationalism played a critical role in shaping the motivations and actions of both North and South Korea during the Korean War. Each side's vision of nationalism was deeply influenced by their ideological commitments, leading to a conflict that was as much about national identity as it was about political power.